It's some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. First carry for LeGarrette Blount. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll run again with Blount. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And on the ground they go with a running back. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
5 yards to gain here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So opening drive, 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a gain there of 11 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play a 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 29 yards. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go.
A give to the game's all-time leader, Emmitt Smith. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. On 3rd down, Elway. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And got his man complete. Devontae Parker. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devontae Parker, 73 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he puts it through. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They go play action here on 1st down. Backing up. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Back to throw. And he checks this one down to LT out of the backfield. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Now this is picked up. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll wait to throw on second. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Elway will throw. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So out come the Chargers. They go back to the air here after the INT. That's caught by his tight end, Shockey. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play.
And that's caught inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll look, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Jeremy Shockey from 6 yards away. And the Chargers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2, tie it up, go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. They'll start out on the ground with Emmett. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there and he throw.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 3rd down, here's Emmett. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here we go with 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground with Smith. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. On 3rd down, Elway. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And on display right there, the arm that made John Elway a lot of money.
And that's going to leave a mark. because when he throws it with that much force, one of the best arms the game has ever seen, one of the strongest ones, it does leave a mark. They actually called it the Elway cross because you can see the imprint on a player.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And quickly they get to the line.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, Elway. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
Now Elway on third and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it brings up fourth down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up in the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And the wideout in motion. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 14 there. Good enough for a San Diego first down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They're going to look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
And a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he checks this one down to LT out of the backfield. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run. Tomlinson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
They come up in an offset eye. Again, it'll be Tomlinson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards on the pickup. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
The Bills getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And over the middle, this is Parker. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And captain comeback John Elway. Charles, he's trying to do it again here.
47 regular season comeback victories in his career. But I think the stat that really leaps out at me, 12 times he did it in the playoffs. That's winning time.
Throwing now, Elway on 1st down. Going deep this time for Miller. And that's caught inside the 30. They got 29 yards there. And it's 1st down, Buffalo. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
When it's well executed, a wide receiver screen can often be a thing of beauty, but so many things have to go right in order to complete it. Blocking out in front, timing of the quarterback with the receiver, and oftentimes everything gets set. And guess what? They drop the football.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. John Elway, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super tough.
And he's got Shockey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. That one goes for 24 yards. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I know that play didn't work very well, but an old New York Giants quarterback taught me a lesson a long time ago. Sometimes running the draw actually takes courage and play calling. You're actually setting something up for later in the game, and just because it was unsuccessful then doesn't mean it won't be successful later. Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
The offense didn't.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. But he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there. And now we...
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Now receiver in motion left. Back to throw. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches take to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.